Yes, Beterbiev versus Bivol. The rematch. Looks like that's what they're trying to get, aren't they? Eddie Hearn is pushing it, isn't it? Well, everyone is. Everyone wants to see the rematch, don't they? I mean, I want to see it as well because, the fight was decent. I don't think it was amazing. But Eddie Hearn is just doing my head in. He's crying robbery, isn't he? He feels like Bivol's been robbed. I don't think he was robbed. I don't think he did enough to win the fight. I think if he won the fight, it was a close fight, and then listen, I can see it. You know what I mean? But it's just he didn't deserve it. As much as I love Bivol, I like Bivol. He didn't deserve it. To me, it would have been like a backdoor win. Do you know what I mean? Like a sneaky win. Because Beterbiev was more aggressive. He was coming forward. He was trying to make the fight. Bivol, he felt the power. See, Bivol did what he had to do. He had to box. And, I don't want to disrespect Bivol. Yeah, because he's a warrior. He's got that warrior spirit. He's a warrior. He takes on all challenges. He's beat everybody. But I feel like Beterbiev is the man. He's the man in division. He went out there. He was more aggressive. And he did enough to win. He could have done more, I think. And I think in a rematch, for both guys, I mean, what I think both should do, I think Beterbiev just needs to be more aggressive. Not more aggressive, but he needs to go to the body. The guy, he had Bivol on the rope sometimes. He wouldn't go to the body. Towards the end, he did, didn't he? He did a Mike Tyson combo. Boom. Right hook to the body. Bang. Right hand through the middle. That was a good combo. And you could follow that up with a boom, a left hook in it. Do you know what I mean? Whereas, he needs to be more aggressive, because I think if he's aggressive early, I think he'll have Bivol out of there. But I feel like, I think Beterbiev's just been preparing this, like, when you look back at like fights and you look back at the history and you see like Usyk, for example, like his history. It's like you think, why did I doubt him beating like Joshua? Why did I doubt him beating like Fury? When he's been preparing for this moment, like he's from the amateurs, he's moved all the way up, hasn't he? He's beat everybody. He's done it the right ways. I mean, he won the Worlds in the amateurs. He won the Olympics, didn't he? And then he went to the Super Series. I think it was like representing Ukraine. It was 5-round fights. He won all them fights on there. I remember he fought Joe Joyce as well, didn't he? And then he went cruiserweight, fought cruiserweight, became undisputed, beat everybody, and then he moved up. And when he moved up, I thought, okay, fucking hell, he's going to be fighting Joshua. I'm not thinking Joshua's going to catch Usyk without right, because he caught Charles Martin. But, what do I know? What the fuck? Charles Martin ain't Usyk, is it? But yeah, and he beat Joshua, and then he beat Fury. And you look back, you can see, like, his progression. You can see that he's solid. He's a solid guy. He's been through the fire. He's been tested. He's been battle tested, everything. And Beterbiev, you could say the same thing, because obviously he's fought like good guys, but in terms of like amateurs, because he was a small, he fought a heavyweight, but he was a small guy, and he's fighting Usyk. He gave Usyk a good fight. Do you know what I mean? All these guys, and I could just, he's fighting Bivol, and I think people say the same size and all that. Nah, Beterbiev is used to fighting bigger guys. Do you know what I mean? And he's got power. He's been knocking out bigger guys. So that power, when he's fought like a light heavy, that power is going to feel extreme for these guys in that division. Because like I said, he's fighting the heavyweight in amateurs. I know fucking the weights are similar. I don't know, whatever. But in amateurs, he fought heavyweight, 91 kg, whatever. Do you know what I mean? So I think Beterbiev should really be moving up, if you know what I mean. I think he should be fighting cruiserweight. That's my opinion. I think Beterbiev should be fighting cruiserweight. I think Bivol is a warrior for fighting Beterbiev. I mean, most guys in that division, because he's just, I think he's very strong, very powerful. Like I said, the shoulders, got them shoulders on it. Big guy. He's I know that they're fighting the same way, but I think he's just the structure. I feel like he's bigger, and I feel like Beterbiev could be fighting a higher weight. That's what I feel like. And like I said, he fought Usyk and all that, so he's a man. But Eddie Hearn, man, he's crying about it, man. He's crying about this rematch. He's crying robbery. Come on, man. I don't like that, man. It's just fucking. I think, like I said, Beterbiev won the fight, didn't he? I feel like he won the fight. I feel like he's the man in the division. Do you know what I mean? Undisputed, he is the man in that division. Bivol is a warrior. But in the rematch, my advice to Bivol is he needs to mix it up. He needs to hug. He needs to clinch. Do you know what I mean? That's how you stop a pressure. You have to clinch sometimes. You can't constantly run. It's impossible. Like Mayweather did it. Look at the Maidana fight. Boom. Hug. He clinched him. Do you know what I mean? And he used that, boom, jab to the body. Same as Andre Ward. Jab to the body. That stops the, guys coming forward. Do you know what I mean? That's what I feel like. He needs to use that, boom, jab to the body to slow Beterbiev down. Because them little stamps will slow him down. Also, I think he needs to, like I said, also at the same time, Bivol, like I said, it's a good fight, and he beat everybody, and he's dominated everybody. But you've got to be complete. I don't think he can fight. He doesn't really fight on the inside, does he, Bivol? He doesn't really sit there, boom, boom, do you know what I mean? And then get out. He needs to, I guess, pressure fight, you have to, I feel like you're going to have to sit in the pocket sometimes and block, bang, bang, catch him. You know what I mean? It's just to break the guy down. Do you know what I mean? I mean, Andre Ward, that's the guy I think Bivol needs to speak to. Because Andre Ward, to me, he's one of the best light heavyweights. He fought everybody. People said, oh, he left too early. He's ducking Bivol and Beterbiev. No, he was. Come on, man. Andre Ward, a light heavy, is one of the best fighters. And he moved up in weight to fight the guy, what's his name? Kovalev. Kovalev, big guy, similar to Beterbiev, and a big puncher. Wasn't there? Nobody wanted to fight Kovalev. Kovalev was knocking everyone out. Ward stepped up. First fight. Oof. That was a close fight. I thought Ward lost it. I thought Ward lost that fight. I remember watching that when I was at work in a casino, and I left. And I thought, if I'm not watching this, Ward's going to lose this. He's losing. He got knocked down. I think I had to go somewhere to do something. Came back, I seen him with his hands raised. I was like, what the fuck happened? I watched the fight. I tried to give Ward the fight. Like when you watch a fight, you try to give the fighter that you like the rounds, you know what I mean? Close fight, you try to give it to them. And I still thought he lost the fight. And the rematch, I think, fucking hell, it's going to be a tough fight. I think he might get knocked out. But, he came, second rematch, he was aggressive. He went to the body, didn't he? And I think Bivol needs to go to America and speak to Andre Ward. You know what I mean? Because he needs that little tightness thing on the inside where, boom, little body shot, boom. Because that's what Ward used to do. He'd get dirty. He'd hug if he has to. He'd get dirty. He'd do everything. I think Ward would give Beterbiev a good fight. He might not beat him, whatever, but I think Ward, he can do it all. He can do it all. He can move, but he won't waste as much. He won't be moving like Bivol, wasting energy and shit like that. You know what I mean? He'd move when he needs to move, but he'd stick that jab to the body. He'd hold because he won't get bullied. He looks small, but Ward won't get bullied. You know what I mean? He'd stand there, he'd trade if he has to a bit, but he'd mix it. He'd stab to the body, he'll feint. Do you know what I mean? So listen, you got to appreciate the greats, man. And Bivol needs to, man. He needs to go to speak to Andre Ward. That's it. Because he's done what, Beterbiev is his, fucking guy that he needs to be. People could say he did well, which he did, and all that, but he can improve. It doesn't matter. And that's, you know, people think, you know, he's not the perfect fighter. He's still got stuff he needs to learn. Do you know what I mean? It's undisputed, best of the best, and he can still come back. Obviously, he can probably win the rematch, but I feel like Beterbiev, you know, he should win the rematch. If he goes to the body, attack, you know, pushes the pace from the beginning, throw more shots, he'll win. Do you know what I mean? That's it. But like I said, what's his name? Bivol needs to speak to Andre Ward about the art of the inside, you know, slowing someone down. Do you know what I mean? You know, hugging, holding, the dirty shit. That's what he needs. Just against pressure, that's what he needs. People complain about it, you know, it's boring and all that, but that's part of boxing. When you find someone who's got power, you know, like a pressure fight, you need that. You need that stab to the body. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. That's what I feel like, man. The rematch, man. People need to stop complaining about this fight, man. Beterbiev is the man, and he won that fight. He deserved it, man. Simple as that. Bivol didn't deserve to win that fight. I don't care what anyone says. He could have nicked it, yeah, but he didn't deserve it, man. Beterbiev did, man. He came forward. He put the pressure, and he's the one looking to win that fight. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, like I said, Bivol stood his ground. And like I said, he's a warrior, so I can't, you know, like, say anything bad about him. But I thought Beterbiev is the man. He's the man. He's the man in the division. Simple as that.